So the Cardiff Debate is the start of a 3-year journey, a conversation with the people of Cardiff about how we provide services in the future, how we respond to some of those challenges, some of those opportunities that exist in the city. And I think it's really important now that people get involved, have their say, and really help to shape the capital city of Wales for the future.
Mainly education and recreational aspects as well, such as sports.
Healthcare, education in particular.
Bringing the bus rates high will affect me because I use the buses nearly every day to get to college and back.
Knowing that sports, leisure as a whole isn't a necessity, but I still think it's a massive part of the community, gives the community somewhere to go, somewhere to congregate.
I would say the NHS service, which has helped my children quite a lot as they've been growing up.
Well, one of them is the NHS. That's important, obviously, because everyone gets ill, you visit the doctors.
I think there's got to be a better collaboration between the council itself and the voluntary sector.
Well, for example, that Loudon Square thing behind you. We already know we're in Loudon Square, so just waste the money on things like that.
I think we should start spending money on the most important things, like cutting down waiting lists in NHS, something that means a lot to everyone, rather than spending money places where, you know, it doesn't benefit everyone as a community, as a city.
There tends to be silo management. So social services have a budget, education have a budget, and they work within those budgets. And the cuts come down the line within those budgets. Or when it's looking at how to cut, they need to look right across the piece and say, what's the effect of this going to be on this budget? And that means coming out of the silo, basically.
I think people need to use their voice, tell people what they want to see, what matters most to them. People who've got strong opinions need to voice those opinions, attend meetings, run meetings, let people know what needs to change.
I think we should all do our bit as well. We should fundraise ourselves, try and voice our opinions to the actual councils themselves.
Try and make sure that they know how we feel about things and obviously give them our opinion.
If we could go out and work with people, work with leisure centres, etc., and time bank, and then use their facilities, no cash would change hands, everybody would benefit. So it's been a bit imaginative with how you work as a community.
We're all working together, having meetings, etc., getting everyone involved, from the youths all the way to the adults. You know, having some of the ministers down as well.
Say, for instance, on a Friday you have a lot of people praying in the mosque. That's a place where everyone would be at one specific time. Or at a youth centre where a trip was obviously organised, you can go where there will be a lot of youth at that specific time. You can go to the schoolyards when people are finishing school, and you can speak to all the parents.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that have been done in terms of contact with communities and people, but I don't think it's been done in the atmosphere that we sit in. Times of austerity, money needs to be saved, and core services and other services are vulnerable. So I think this is a bold move, a good move by the council to engage with people in this debate. But some of the feedback we've had is that this needs to continue, because, you know, the savings are going to have to take place over a long period of time, and things are going to be affected, and when they're affected, people need to be involved in how that's affected as well. It shouldn't just be at the front end, it needs to be continual.